I know people aren't going to like what I'm going to say here, but that's just fine because it's true. I hear a lot of stuff about Scientology and all the different other religions and things like that. And there was this Eric Berg guy on YouTube donating all this money to Scientology, and his son came out about it. And, in the comments, you see people saying all kinds of stuff like, join Jesus, and his way is the way. He will not pressure you or harm you. Guess what? Jesus isn't alive at this time and place. Of course, he's not going to pressure him and harm him. He's not alive right now. His dad is, okay? People refer to a book they've read and the stories that they've had in their mind as they've had spiritual feelings. So they have a spiritual feeling coming from the place that is them. They themselves, the personal person who's feeling that feeling. The Christ that is the Christ in you. You are the Christ, the crystal spirit, the invisible, unseen livingness is you and I and everyone. Okay? I know who the true Father is. The name really isn't God, but it's the best way to explain it. Every other spiritual name, every other name of God that they say in every other religion is broken down simply to God. And all people's names, every individual name, every plant, every animal, every object is broken down to the word God. Now, I don't want to, and I'm not going to go around and show everybody, because people are more interested in seeing some kind of silly tricks or, somebody doing some cool dance, the dance challenges, or, what can we do? Or let's post some America's Got Talent or Britain's Got Talent things like that and watch people dance and do funny stuff and all these interesting things. And they're not interesting at all unless you've got the mind of a little kitty cat and you're distracted by a little laser light. Because that's all it is, just on a more complex scale. You can attract a cat or a dog with a laser light, yep. But you can attract almost every fucking human being with a TV, with some flashy lights and some pretty faces and some cute guys. And they all get sucked into it. And they all play into someone else's drama because they relate to the characters that are fake actors. Okay? Everybody is a fake actor on TV. The people on the news, they're just, they try to find the prettiest people they can, the people that dress up nicely, to talk about the tragedies that go on in the world and make you feel bad. Do you know that tragedies are going on every day, everywhere? Everywhere. But guess what? Beautiful, wonderful things can happen every day, everywhere. They do here and there. But most people are so sucked up that there are less magical miracles and lovely, wonderful things happening every day because people don't know how to think for themselves. That does include all the news you watch. It even includes all the religions you partake in, because the people that run the religions are just teaching you something from a book. A spiritual master or somebody who actually knows what the divine presence is should be able to tell you everything you need to know without referencing to a book, without even needing to rehearse anything, without having to have this guy teach me this stuff or this thing, When it comes down to it, at this point, everyone is so caught up in what they thought things were. It's not really teaching them. It's just healing them from the junk they've consumed. Now, Christ wasn't a bad person. Every Christ there ever was. Jesus of Nazareth himself, the great Yesu that everyone makes a big deal out of, I would say that all these people are great beings. Each one of us has the potential to love and heal each other. Each one of us does. It's just we don't think we do. Some of us have a feeling that we can. Some of us know that we can. But that also includes the person you want to heal, the people you want to help, and the world at large. If they just don't believe in anything and they don't care, it's not going to matter, because you can't force anything on somebody. You can't make somebody, heal themselves or help somebody heal if they're sitting there worried about what society thinks or what the status of this is or what the news said or what they read in this article, because everybody thinks they know what they're talking about, but everybody's confused. And I can show you what I mean by this stuff. And I'm not saying this in a mean way. In fact, I just think it's comical because, it's not comical how people are feeling and how it's hurting their feelings and how it's really doing negative things to their minds. That's not the funny part. But the comical thing is when they die, this isn't going to matter. Even right now, it doesn't matter. The whole world could blow up and you're not going anywhere. Your body's just going to go. No big deal. It really is no big deal. The only thing with that is you want your body so you can experience, and hopefully so you can make this life that we're living better than it was before. So quit referencing back to books from 2020 years ago. Quit referencing to a sermon you went to on Sunday, and quit referencing to anything you see on TV. Look within yourself. Don't look within a fucking book. Meditate. Not on any spiritual master, not on any guru. You don't need any of that stuff. Not if your mind can be clear and you can actually not think about it, but let it think you. Because that's what God does. God is in you right now. You are every moment, every second, every little micro moment of your life. You've always been God. You've just been told you weren't. So you have to. I guess you don't have to. You can live the rest of your life just in confusion. But it would be wise of you to take heed to somebody who loves you enough to tell you the truth. Christ, Jesus, would tell you the same thing if he were alive right now. And I know because I was alive as him when it was time. On many different planets. And guess what? We didn't always call them planets. We called them millions of different things. But no one wants to hear that because they never heard that before. They don't want to hear that because it's not comfortable with them. They don't want to hear that because it sounds woo-woo and magical. But guess what? There's a moon floating in the sky. There's a sun floating in the sky. And whatever people told you made it work out of our beliefs, not out of anything else. Because we're God doing it from a spiritual point of view, from a conscious point of view. And we're just little old human bodies who actually have the ability to interact with it, use our minds, and sort of merge with it and allow it to come through us, to actually generate the life we see inside. You couldn't build a dresser if you didn't look at maybe a diagram and follow the diagram. But before there were diagrams, you had to see it in your mind. Or at least you had to take something and think to yourself, maybe I could do this with it, and sort of analyze it and almost imagine what you could do with it, then start with it and see what you could add to it little by little. You don't just have some whimsical, magical thing pop out of nowhere. You have to activate your ability to think clearly. And when thinking clearly is something else and someone else, actually the sum of all else things, the sum of one, is within you too. When you look around at the world, your opinion of all those things is also you. When you look around at your family, how you feel about them is also you. Because if it was true that this guy's a jerk and that girl's a bitch and this guy's a-hole and these people are rude and these people are nice and that guy's black and that guy's Spanish and all those things, if that's true, are they that every second of the day? Are you happy every second of the day? Are you nice every second of the day? Are you angry every second of the day? No, you're not, until you can control the way you feel, the way you act, and the way you emote. But guess what? Nobody's been taught that. It's up to you to do that yourself. Some people can help you. There's very few that want to help you without benefiting from it. But the only true benefit that anyone gets is in their soul, when they feel that they have helped others from a place of pure love, not from a place of getting money, not from a place of getting something out of it, not even from a place of getting praised by other people. Praise means nothing if it's for stupid things. If you're break dancing and doing group, flash dancing, those things aren't impressive anymore. It's just that people don't know what else to do with their time, so they get distracted very, very easily. I would say that we're one of the most brain dead animals because we don't use our own brains. We're not adding anything to it except for lies. We're de-add. We're dead until we start bringing ourselves to life. So what I suggest is become fully alive. Believe in God itself. Don't look at Jesus. Don't look at Buddha. Don't look at Krishna. Don't look at Vishnu. Don't look at any of that stuff for your guide, because your guide is inside you. I'm only saying that from a place that is inside all of us too, because your opinion of what I'm saying is also you. If you don't want to believe that you're part with God and you think that Christ Jesus was way better than you could ever be, then you're right in your own mind. But the truth is, you're just the same. You're just living in a different time and space. You're just living in a different universe, in a world of your own. And if you don't want to get that through your head, that's your choice too. But your choices are not right when it comes to the divine truth. Your choices almost every time are wrong when it comes to the spiritual truth about life. Now I ask, if people really care, what are you going to do with your time from now on? Are you just going to keep letting yourself be distracted by simple things for simple-minded people? I hope not. Now, I know this is probably going to make a lot of people mad, but I need to know these kind of things because it does matter. I have a connection to somebody and something really big. And if you want help, it's here for you. But like I said, the help can only get you pushed in the right direction or give you a little nudge in that direction. And you've got to take it from there because you're the divine spirit as well. When it's divine, it can't be divided. It's of the vine. It's of all things. So all of us are the divine spirit. And your one piece will never be separate from it. But you've separated yourself in mind. Now what are you going to do? Are you going to listen to somebody who actually makes sense and is alive with you right now at this time on earth? Or are you going to read more books and just get more confused and start telling everybody else to follow this guy you read about because it sounds so nice, because that's your opinion of it? So, until next time, I love you guys. Peace.